What is going on, everybody? It is yours truly, Jay Smoothie, and I'm here to give you guys a week 2 preview of the NFL and college football in terms of the gambling aspect. First, let's get through some of the scores from the NFL last week. Of course, Buffalo kicked off the entire season by beating the Rams 31-10. That was actually a very good game for Buffalo. They needed that out the gate, and of course, the Rams with the Super Bowl hangover, you know, it's just bound to get ugly after a while. So a crazy win, but you know how that goes. And going on next, we have New Orleans actually beating Atlanta by 1 point, 27-26. Very close game. It showed that both teams are actually going to be scrappy this year. If anything, I thought New Orleans was skull dragging, but Atlanta's got some fight in them for what it's worth. Going on next, we have, of course, Baker Mayfield's revenge game that did not go successful, of course, because Baker's trash. 26-24, Cleveland without Deshaun Watson beats Carolina. That just tells you where Carolina's going to be this season. They're going to play hard. They're going to play for Baker and the coach, but they're not going to win anything because they're just not good enough, unfortunately. A lot of teams really fall victim to that, and unfortunately, Baker Mayfield and the Carolina Panthers are in that category. Up next, we have Chicago defeating the 49ers 19-10. Excellent work by Fields and the Bears. Bit of a choke job by the 49ers. Didn't expect that rough game out the gate for Trey Lance. They're going to have a lot of work to do. See, Pittsburgh beat Cincinnati 23-20. Little interconference rivalry taken over by the Steelers, of course. Another team that was in the Super Bowl, the Bengals, just coming out the gate and choking. Not good at all. Of course, the Lions fought hard, but they fall short as usual. This time to the Eagles, 38-35. The only tie of the week, and perhaps maybe the only tie of the year. Possibly. Who knows? 20-20. Houston and the Colts tie. That is more bad for the Colts than it is for Houston. Houston and the Texans, they suck this year. They're not supposed to be any good. So this was like a Super Bowl win for them. Whereas the Colts might have been a dagger because Matt Ryan didn't look good. And ironically enough, Carson Wentz had a better weekend, and yet they got rid of Wentz. And I'll actually get to that in a minute. Miami beat New England 20-7. That new look New England offense and defense looks terrible. Miami looks like a brand new team with Tyreek Hill on the offensive side helping out Tua. And of course, that defense looking stellar as always. Baltimore beat the Jets 24-9. I mean, typical game for the Ravens. Typical loss for the Jets. Flacco losing to the quarterback that took his job must really hurt. But then again, I doubt Flacco cares. The only thing he seems to care about is just collecting checks. So, hey, good for him, I guess. Washington. The Commanders with a new name. They now have a new lease on life. They beat the Jaguars 28-22. Carson Wentz on his new team actually beat up on the Jaguars. So, big win for Carson. Big statement for Carson. As for the Jaguars, I said Jets. The Jaguars. Same old stuff every year. I mean, they put up a really good effort in this game. They're now going to adjust to life without Urban Meyer. Gonna take some time, but as you can see, off to a slow start. The Giants get probably the upset of the weekend. They beat the Titans 21-20. The Titans do not look as good as they did last season, even though it's going to take Henry a little bit of time to get back in the groove. Still, a big win for the Giants. I don't believe this is going to spell anything for the Giants. They're still going to be terrible, but this was still a very good game. Good upset. I like that. Let's see, the Chiefs and the Cardinals. The Chiefs just beat up on the Cardinals 44-21. We all knew that Kyler Murray was not worth all that money, and he's just proving it. Meanwhile, the Chiefs seem like they're in prime midseason form in week 1, which is bad news for everybody else. And now for the biggest, I say one of the bigger rivalries in the NFL, the Chargers and the Raiders. Chargers escaped 24-19. The Raiders, under a new coach, Mike McDaniel, they look good, but they're not quite ready to make a splash just yet, where teams like the Chargers are pretty much primed and ready to take over. Another upset. The Vikings take out the Packers 23-7. Usually Aaron Rodgers and the Packers start slow, but they always beat up on the Vikings. And yet, season opener, they didn't get it done. Kirk Cousins actually outplayed Aaron Rodgers, which is a shock to me. And probably the only time it'll happen this season. Tampa Bay beats up on Dallas 19-3. Dallas loses Dak Prescott to a thumb injury, so things are about to become very dark in Dallas. I feel bad for the fans, not so much for the owner though. The owner can croak, but hey, the fan base, I feel bad for y'all. Monday night, Russell Wilson loses to his former team in shocking fashion, 17-16. Geno Smith outplayed Russell Wilson, probably the most surprising thing of the weekend, more surprising than Kirk Cousins outplaying Aaron Rodgers there. So, crazy week one, folks. And just like that, let's dive into week two. Now, of course, like last time, I'm going to give you guys my picks for both the NFL and for college football. So, let's go ahead and get started, shall we? First up, we have tonight, Chargers-Chiefs. First Thursday night game that is not only of the season, but on prime time Amazon Prime. Technically, actually, no, it was the second one. Bills and Rams last week, but this is the first one on Amazon Prime. Now, I believe these two teams are going to split the series this year. They play each other twice. I believe the Chiefs are going to win the first game. Chargers will win the second. Both teams are very good. The Chargers are only going to get better. The Chiefs are already an established team. The Chargers are on the way to being established. I think they're going to split this year. Give me the Chiefs in the first game, though, -4. Let's see. Panthers and Giants. I think the Panthers are going to bounce back because the Giants are horrible. Even though the Giants are a favorite, I don't believe they're going to keep this up for much longer. I just think the books are very happy after after what the Giants did last week. So go ahead and give me the Panthers. Hold on. Let's see what deals. Actually, let's pull up the full slate. Oh wait, that's in the future. That is a future game. Let's pull up the full slate here, though. At least I know for the future to keep that in mind. So, of course, Chiefs already. Oh, no, never mind. It is not a future game. That is this weekend. So, yeah, go ahead and give me the Panthers over the Giants. Colts, Jaguars. Oh, Colts are going to bounce back here. The Jaguars are humiliated after that loss to the Commanders. They still have some work to do in terms of getting that team gelled under a new coach. And the Colts, well, they're going to be pissed off after that humiliating tie last week with the Texans. Plus, Matt Ryan usually gets his groove a little later in the season, but against a team like the Jaguars, he can help retune himself and knock some of the offseason rust off. So give me the Colts -4. Jets and Browns, oh boy. I would love to pick the Jets, but unfortunately it's the Jets, so I'm going to have to go with the Browns. The Browns, surprisingly, they can get a good amount of wins before Deshaun Watson enters the fray in Week 11. And they proved that last week. Jacoby Brissett, good enough of a quarterback to steer the ship. Not for a full season, mind you, like he did in Indianapolis, but I think he could do it enough for 11 games just to maybe give him a winning record. And if they're on the brink of a playoff berth, Deshaun Watson can bring it home for him. So give me the Browns -6.5. Let's see. We have Steelers Patriots. Love this matchup right here. I think the Patriots are going to bounce back in this one. They had a rough first game. The Steelers with Mitch Trubisky. Mitch Trubisky is not the long-term answer. It's clearly Kenny Pickett. They're just trying to let Pickett learn on the bench. So this year is pretty much a wash for the Steelers, even with that win in week one. So go ahead and give me the Patriots -2 there. I think that is the best possible move to make. And honestly, as a side note, I wouldn't be surprised if Kenny Pickett started playing for the Steelers. I'm going to say maybe like week 8 or 9, as soon as Tomlin's like, okay, I'm tired of watching Trubisky lose all these games for us. Because that's what he does. Trubisky is a choker. That's why he didn't last in Chicago. Let's see, Miami and Baltimore. Give me Baltimore -3.5. Now, the Dolphins look very good. They look like a high-powered offense with a solid defense. Baltimore, of course, still a step better in the offensive department. Defense is all right. They did very good last week, but it was against the Jets. Now they're up against an offense with some interesting weapons and a quarterback that can sling the ball. So give me the Ravens, but it'll be tough. Miami beat them last year, and yet Miami's a dog here. I think the Ravens at home, I think they'll be dominant. Not dominant, but I think they'll win. It'll be close. It'll be more close than as opposed to a dominant victory. Commanders and Lions. Oh, Commanders are winning, even though it's plus 1.5. Go ahead and take the Commanders as the dog here. I know that Vegas loves the Lions because of how scrappy they are and they don't quit, but just because they don't quit doesn't mean they're good enough to close out ball games. They proved that last week. Seems like it's going to be a lot more the same this season. Give me the Commanders plus 1.5. Buccaneers and Saints. Ooh. Jameis up against his former team. And, oh, this is tough. This is very tough, but you know what? I think the Bucs are going to struggle a little bit this year. Tom Brady's still the best. He's still playing at a high level. This is at home. Very close game. I think Jameis Winston wants to prove a point here. Give me the Saints in the upset. It sounds a little crazy, but I think the Saints in the upset in this one. I think they can catch Brady and company on an off week. Even though that's going to be one to sweat a little bit if you take that one. Let's see. The Falcons and Rams. Give me the Rams. They're going to beat up on the Falcons. The Falcons are going to develop for next year and years to come. Desmond Ridder, their quarterback from Cincinnati, is sitting on the bench and developing while Marcus Mariota takes the reins. The Falcons are a team of development, not a team of championships, playoff appearances, or significant victories. So give me the Rams. Up next, we have interconference matchup. I said almost an interpromotional, but interconference. Seahawks 49ers. This is tough because Geno played excellent last week, and I think he played excellent enough to where I think the 49ers are going to have a bit of an interesting game here. The 49ers are a better team on paper, but Trey Lance needs to have that breakout game. I believe he will have that breakout game here. Give me the 49ers minus 8.5. Geno Smith, excellent game Monday night, but I think this is where playing inspired ends for Geno, at least for 1 week. Bengals and Cowboys, very good game here. I am going to go with the Bengals because I'm not sure about Dak Prescott's health. He's going to be out for a little bit with a thumb injury, and that alone is going to be enough to derail the Cowboys. Cooper Rush is not it, no matter what Jerry Jones says. He's not it. Give me the Bengals on that one. Texans, Broncos, easy work. Give me the Broncos. They bounce back. They're going to skull drag the Texans out of anger, and Russell Wilson will look to make a statement here after Nathaniel Hackett literally trusted a kicker over Russell Wilson in the closing moments. Let's see. Arizona and Vegas. Wow. Arizona is the plus 5.5 dog. I like it. Give me the Raiders. Raiders bounce back here. I think Derek Carr is going to outplay Kyler Murray, and I think it's going to be a very close game and a fun game. A lot of offensive scoring is what I expect here, but I expect the Raiders to pull it off at home. Let's see. Bears, Packers. Oh, give me the Packers. They're going to beat up on the Bears. Give them a reality check because Aaron Rodgers owns the Packers, whether they play in Green Bay or Chicago. Chicago will bounce back in like a couple weeks, but I think they're going to start skidding this week. Titans and Bills. Give me the Bills. Titans don't look like a strong team this year. And if I'm going to be honest. Sorry, I had to sneeze. If I'm going to be honest, I don't believe Ryan Tannehill is going to have a strong year. I think Malik Willis will be making an appearance as the rookie quarterback from Liberty. Probably around week 7, week 8 for the Titans. And I think it'll be because of games like this. Give me the Bills. Vikings, Eagles. I hesitate to do this. I really do. But give me the Vikings. I had the Vikings winning this game when I was looking at the schedule. I had them winning before the season started. I thought they would lose to Green Bay, bounce back against the Eagles, but they won against Green Bay. I think they can do it against the Eagles. They are a 2-point dog. Go ahead and give me that dog. I think the Minnesota Vikings will make another statement at home against the Eagles. The Eagles are a very good team, but I think that offense is susceptible to giving up points. And Jalen Hurts is okay, but he's not a proven offensive leader as of yet. He will maybe later in the season. He'll develop as one, but as of now, I don't see it. Let's see. Oh, wow, that's next week. So I believe that is all the games for the week. Yes, it is. It certainly is. So just to recap. Because, wow, there's two Monday night games this week. That's crazy. So to recap, I have the Vikings over the Eagles, Bills over the Titans. So one dog, one favorite. Another favorite in the Packers, another favorite in the Raiders, another favorite in the Broncos, favorite in the Bengals. I'm going to go favorite for the 49ers, favorite for the Rams. I'm going to go for the upset, Saints over Buccaneers. So Saints and Vikings are my two dogs so far. Actually, no, I have a third dog now in the Commanders. So the Commanders, Saints, and Vikings are my three dogs so far. Ravens, of course, I have them. I'm surprised the Steelers are a dog here. I'm actually going to... you know what? I'm not going to pick the Steelers. I'm going to pick the Patriots still. I'm going to stick with that. I thought about it, but I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to go Patriots. Of course, I have the Browns. I have the Colts. Panthers are my other dog. And the Chiefs I have. So, my dogs for this week, I'm going to go with the Panthers. I'm going to go with the Commanders. So, Commanders, Panthers, Saints, and Vikings. 4 dogs, ladies and gentlemen. 4 very live and very useful dogs for your parlays. If you want to do a parlay with 4 dogs, those are 4 dogs right there. Vikings, Saints, Commanders, and Panthers. I think you'll be good with that. Everything else I got favorite on the line there. I think it'll be fun. Let's see. Yeah. Vikings, Saints, Commanders, and Panthers. I think those are good, viable dogs to do research on and consider. And now, folks, that we nailed that down, college football time. Brand new segment on the show. Started last week. Going to continue it all season long. And, folks, I got 4 dogs for you on the college side. My first dog, give me the Cardinals over the Seminoles. By the way, for every other game, if I don't pick a dog, that just means I have the favorite automatically. You know what I mean? For every other game on the slate. Give me the Cardinals. They won last week over UCF as dogs. I'm going to keep riding the dog train, man. So give me the Cardinals again to beat Florida State Seminoles. And let's see what else. I have another good dog here. Oh, Purdue. I think Purdue over Syracuse plus 1.5 on the road. I think they can knock off the Orangemen in the Carrier Dome. I think it's going to be a close game, a competitive game. But give me the Boilermakers because I would say they're just about as equal. They have a very good offense. They love to run the football. They'll air it out here and there. The defense is always exciting. They'll give up points, say like garbage time, but if they have a sizable enough lead, it'll be fine. If it's a close game, you're going to sweat, but they have won close games before, so give me Purdue. And usually Syracuse, they always choke against a team like Purdue, like a team they're supposed to win, like a close dog. They usually lose against close dogs. So give me Louisville, give me Purdue. Those are 2 dogs so far. The third dog, I'm going to go down here a little bit. We got to dig, and dig. I like a lot of these matchups. The third dog to join Louisville and Purdue will be the Auburn Tigers. I have the Auburn Tigers plus 3 over the Nittany Lions. Yeah, James Franklin is not working out as Penn State coach, not like they had hoped. Penn State's okay, but they're not. They haven't really gone over the hump into the big playoff spotlight yet, and it's mainly because they lose games against teams like this. The Auburn Tigers are only a 3-point dog. That's close enough for me to consider the Tigers. So Louisville Cardinals, Purdue Boilermakers, Auburn Tigers. And my fourth and final dog for the week is a very game BYU Cougar squad over the Oregon Ducks. I love Oregon, but I think BYU is going to take this one on the road. Plus 3.5. Another exciting team to watch through the air. Through the ground, they're okay in certain spots. They do enough on the ground to get the job done, but they love to air it out. The Ducks defense usually fades late in games, and BYU actually loves to put together miracle drives during those close games. So, to recap, BYU Cougars, Auburn Tigers as the two dogs. Third dog goes to the Purdue Boilermakers over the Syracuse Orange in the Carrier Dome. And then Friday night, to continue the wave of momentum from last week, I'm going to go with the Louisville Cardinals again as my dog for this week. So the Louisville Cardinals, Purdue Boilermakers, Auburn Tigers, BYU Cougars. 4 dogs, 4 college dogs for the week. You can parlay them. You can add them to favorite parlays. You can do whatever you want to do. I believe those 4 dogs, the Louisville Cardinals, the Purdue Boilermakers, the Auburn Tigers, and the BYU Cougars, I believe those 4 dogs are going to give you money this week in any way, shape, or form that you put them in your parlays. I gave you 4 NFL dogs, 4 college dogs, everything else on the slate, favorites for the most part. I may have a dog or 2 in college that now that people are looking at. Always leave a comment in the comment section for that if you ever have a question on any of those. I will be more than happy to answer those questions. But folks, there it is for the week. 4 NFL dogs, 4 college dogs. I think we're going to be in for a treat. Panthers, Lions, Commanders. No, I'm sorry. Panthers, Saints, Commanders, Vikings. 4 dogs. Panthers, Saints, Commanders, Vikings. College side, Louisville Cardinals, Purdue Boilermakers, Auburn Tigers, BYU Cougars. 8 underdogs across 2 levels of football. 4 for the NFL, 4 for college, 8 total dogs across 2 levels of NFL for Saturday, Sunday. Folks, I wish you all happy betting this weekend, happy football watching, enjoy all the big games. We have some amazing matchups at the college and pro level. I'm certainly looking forward to it. I hope you guys have enjoyed the show today. I hope it was informative. I hope you have your bets all lined up. I hope you win some money. And above all, I hope you guys have fun and enjoy the matchups. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions, any comments, or any suggestions, anything you guys want to leave at the comment section below. It is yours truly, Jay Smoothie. And folks, until next week, your boy is out.